Welcome back to Cooking with Narcissism, where we serve up big flavors with even bigger egos. Today we're making roasted butternarc soup because sometimes you just need a dish that's as low in calories as it is in self-awareness. This guilt-free soup is perfect for anyone ready to shed a few pounds, but not ready to give up the drama in their bowl. So grab your center of attention squash and get ready to roast to perfection without adding any extra weight of, heaven forbid, emotional baggage. Let's get cooking. So let's talk about the ingredients. First off, we have a medium-sized center of attention squash. I'm using 2 because they were small from my garden. We have self-love, which is coconut cream, 2 layers of lies, which are red onions, 2 attention-seeking peppers, 1 or 2 heads of gaslighting, which is garlic, 4 medium golden promises cut into half and peeled, 2 large fake compliments or cherry tomatoes, and 1.5 cups of emotional broth, a little bit of spice of smugness, which is ginger, and for garnish we have fleeting charm, which is parsley. Seasonings, I've got them all mixed together in a dish already. There's a teaspoon of each. Insults, black pepper, subtle condescension, which is cumin, inflated ego, which is paprika, lost thyme, which is dried thyme, and exaggerated stories, rosemary. And if you're feeling spicy, you can go with a little bit of passive aggression to taste, which is chili flakes. So the first thing you need to do is set your oven to 375 degrees, prepping the environment for scorching anyone that might try to compete with you. Next, you're going to prepare the vegetables. I've already halved these squashes, the center of attention squash, just to make it seem larger than life. And if you're in a rush, you could chop up into smaller pieces and let them bask in the drama. Scoop out the seeds, just like ripping out those remnants of your self-worth that you've been holding on to for too long. So I've placed the fake compliments inside of the center of attention, along with the gaslighting and the golden promises. Everything's on the baking sheet ready to go. Once everything's there on that sheet pan, it's time for the seasoning. So we're going to add the peppery insults, the subtle condescension, inflated ego, lost time, exaggerated stories, and those passive-aggressive digs. Sprinkle it on there as evenly as possible. We want to make sure we get a pretty even coating. We don't want anyone getting off the hook here. There we go. Next, we're going to drizzle with that gloss of grandiosity. Just like that, right? And lastly, you're going to cover this with a facade of shiny perfection, which is also known as aluminum foil. And then it's time for roasting. We're going to roast this in the oven for about an hour. If the squash is chopped in smaller pieces, the veggies reach their peak drama sooner. So you can be the judge of when it's ready. If the squashes are halved, like I have, we'll expect an extended roast, perfect for dragging things out, just like with a narcissist. And then for the last 10 minutes, we'll remove the shiny facade of perfection to let everything caramelize just enough to create a little surface color. Once the ingredients are well cooked, it's time to do some blending. So we'll scoop out that center of attention squash and all the other veggies and squeeze out the gaslighting from the skin and put it into the blender. And we'll blend it up with that little spice of smugness until it's indistinguishably smooth. That's hard to say. Now I've got everything scooped out, and I'm going to gather up that parchment paper and pour it into the blender. Just like that. That little spicy nugget of smugness. And we're going to enter in that broth to the blender. And that's where we're going to turn it on. Blend it up until it's perfectly smooth. Here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks perfect. Yeah. once the ingredients are well blended, we're going to go ahead and pour those into a pot. Technically, we could call it done at that point, but I like to heat it up and let those flavors really meld together well. And at this point, we can add a little bit of that cream, if you like, but save most of it for drizzling on the top. It's really beautiful. And just heat that through, and then it's ready to eat. And then while it's warming up, we can go ahead and give it a taste for any kind of needed adjustments. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the soup goes really well with a little bit of roasted chicken, maybe some crusty whole grain bread, and you've got an amazingly beautiful, healthy, nutritious, and low-calorie meal. If this soup feels a little bit too relatable, then maybe it's time for something more nourishing. Sure, we can joke about golden promises, carrots, and gaslighting garlic all we want. It's fun. But dealing with real life toxicity, that's no laughing matter. If you're ready to stop letting others season your life with drama and start living your own terms, let's chat. You can book a call with me at trishachandler.com. And together, we'll cook up a little life that's free of all the nonsense, just nourishing, authentic ingredients for your beautiful life. And remember, whether it's a bowl of soup or a relationship, a dash of self-awareness always goes a really long way. So, until next time, keep questioning those ingredients, just not your self-worth. And bon appetit. Bye for now.